sure if there's anyone watching other than Jake Grist. Apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly, Jake. Jake, can you comment on the thread again, just so we know that you can hear us? No comment from Jake.
He'll be around probably.
Yes.
John's over there making a pipe bomb, if anybody wants to know.
That's what it sounds like. Just make sure you get those threads real clean, John, alright? You don't. I wouldn't put that in there. That's an expensive pipe bomb. Alright, well, this was a
Whatever happened to Adam?
He never joined in. Okay, he's saying that it says it doesn't start until 12, so I've got another 15 minutes, and I'm gonna tell him to click play now. We've already started. Is there any way to change the time on it already?
If not, we might have to wait 13 minutes.
Yeah. Edit event.
Because tanks.
Tank.
Oh, yeah, that's what the tanks are.
Oh, there we go.
Dropping shit.
Oh. You still got an MS-70.
MS-69.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, look who we have here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a ginger in the house.
There's an angry ginger just popped up out of nowhere.
Is he driving?
That's smart. I like it.
No, I don't think we got a video feed. It looks like he might be
on the
buffering
issue. Comatose.
He looks stoic.
He's stoned out of his mind.
Oh, shoot. Alright, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Oh, hey, look, it says we got a viewer. It says we have a viewer. I wonder if that's that Jake guy. Jake, comment on that thread to signify that you are watching, and we will answer your question. So this was evidently a terrible idea. So I guess we're really just hanging out with our buddies right now. No one's really.
What the fuck is this homo shit?
Only homo if you make eye contact.
Why does that? Is that just a picture or a feed ad?
It's a picture of me. It was like 4 years ago.
I was gonna say, you're really good at sitting still.
He don't blink. He don't blink either.
I'm a mime in my other occupation. I might have to hop on my girlfriend's laptop. She's got a little built-in camera thing on her laptop. I don't have it on my desktop.
Oh, that's okay, man. I used to be gay too.
I'm actually surprised friggin' Gillespie's on here after, his mouth almost rotted away, so I'm surprised he's on here talking.
I banged some Orgel in. It seriously hurts, but I'm getting used to it.
He's eating Easter candy as we speak.
No kidding. There's been no candy that. I had a muffin or something, and it damn near put me on the ground. It was horrible.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it does appear that the video equipment has stopped going from person to person when they talk. I am unsure why it is
No,
doing
I
that.
still see it. I still see it.
Yeah, it's doing it for me too.
Is it doing it for you guys?
It is for me.
It's not doing it for me. Well, for the
What do you
one
see,
view.
Aaron? Do you just see yourself?
What's that now?
You just see
Yeah,
yourself?
I just see me. And it's not a pretty sight.
On our end, we never see ourselves when we talk, but it'll switch back from you and John when y'all speak on my end.
I see me.
You
Wanna
never
paint
see
me?
yourself when you talk?
No.
Oh, hey, look, Rick Schultz commented on something. Isn't there a viewer chat thread? Yeah, we don't know what we're doing.
Tell him he is. Tell him he is in the viewer chat thread. Hey, I can't answer Rick Schultz questions. They're too fucking hard.
So how the hell do you change pictures on here? I get the perfect idea for a picture, but I can't seem to change it.
If you figure it out, let us know. Mine's from like
you have to go,
2006.
you gotta go on your you gotta go on your Google Plus account.
Okay. Fucking commie Googles. Here.
Oh, hey, we have 2 viewers now. One viewer, back to one viewer. Whoever the one viewer is, if you
Rick
would,
Schultz.
yeah. If you want to ask a question, feel free to ask a question on either Google Plus or the comment thread on our Facebook group, and we'll try to answer the question as best we know how, which will probably be terrible.
I bet you Rick Schultz is pouring silver and banging his head to death metal right now.
He said usually during a hangout there's a visible chat thread on the side. Okay, that's the Q&A. Or his chat. Yeah, well, I mean, that's because we're all in the group chat, not because we're all Q&Aing. Says this features a table. Yeah.
Hey John, let's see all the Eagles you got.
Yeah. We'll pull
Let's
those
see-
babies out.
Let's see your stash of Eagles.
Hold on, I gotta find you. I closed the window. There you are. What? I don't know. Most of them are in the safe. I have these fucking. I have all these. Do I have any more?
Are those Eagles?
Yeah.
My God, Gillespie owning fucking Eagles and Maples. I never thought I'd see the day.
Shit. Me neither.
Hey, I'm gonna buy one of the Eagles.
Piles of just junk generic shit laying around. Like that.
Kid tested, mother approved.
I don't even know where half that went.
I'll buy one of the Eagles from you and skip it across the fucking lake.
So I changed my profile picture, but it won't change.
You probably got to go out and back in.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see if I'll come right back. I think you'll like my new picture. I don't even know how to leave this. Like, what the fuck?
Just hit the X. Just hit the X.
Ah!
There you go. He's out.
Hey, the X works.
Yeah, the X works. Or just hit the power button on your laptop. It always.
Hold it until it stops.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the.
John's got me wanting to go to the safe and pull out some shit to finger around with.
Okay, so I'm ashamed to admit that I don't really know what I'm doing here technically. With
What the fuck, man?
Who asked round verse?
Nope, you're still 14 years old.
God damn it! No, that Darren would definitely take that title instead of me.
Did anybody address Jake's question of rounds versus bars?
No, I can't. he can't even watch it. He's not even watching. I'm not going to answer a question that no one's watching. The person who asked it. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of pointless.
Thought he said he
Like,
was coming in. He was like,
like,
I gotta go get in the shower and put my makeup
no,
on
no,
and I'll
no,
be
no,
right
no.
in.
That was another Jake.
So,
That was our Jake.
Yeah, the biggest thing is one is round and one is rectangular. That's your difference.
That truthfully is the big difference. Okay, actually, I'm getting stuff in my email. Here's Jake Griss 5 minutes ago. He says he's back. He says, Google worked bars versus rounds. Why or why not to buy ASC if you didn't cover that in the last video? We covered that. We beat that dead horse
To death 3 times.
to death 3 times. Yeah, maybe 4. And he says, and 3, when to sell. Okay, Jake, I hope you're still listening. There's a lot of rhetoric going on, and we're still trying to figure this out. And I apologize to the 2 viewers that we have right now.
1.5.
1.5, yeah. We're very new to this. This is something that we're going to try to get better at. We're going to learn as we go, especially the Q&A. There's some integrated Q&A options in here, and unfortunately, I'm no good at understanding how any of them actually work. That's something that confuses me is Google's integration. So just bear with us for these first few till we really get it down, and we'll try our best. If you have questions, you can submit them through Google. I am getting them live on my cell phone. Make sure you include your name because some of your handles are I don't recognize. I think Alpo Splatter. I wonder if that's Rick Schultz. So anyway, Jake Griff, I hope you're watching because I'm going to answer your question, and I'm going to attempt to anyway. But bars versus rounds, as John already said, one is round and one is square. That's pretty much it. What do you like? Do you like bars or do you like rounds? That's going to be the simple answer for you. I will say this, that bars do carry typically a slightly higher premium, just because I feel like some people think they're more desirable than others. For that reason, I don't own too many of them, but when I can catch them on a flash sale, I will from time to time purchase them. But other than that, I do not buy them, and I do not really. I can't recommend or non-recommend them. What do you guys have?
They stack a little better.
They do stack better.
I'm the total opposite. I don't think I have any rounds. I'm all bars. All bars.
And
But typically, if you want the absolute cheapest silver, it usually is rounds. You can find the 60 cent over spot rounds, and but bars aren't that bad. I mean, you can find a lot of 10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars for 89 cent over spot and stuff like that. But I just like bars, and there's no rhyme or reason why. It's just.
I will agree with you guys. A bar feels better in your hand.
I know. If you say, hey, do you want these 5 rounds or do you want this 5-ounce bar? It's just
5-ounce bar.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel that way. It's just
Preference.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. I don't know why.
When Provident had these Morgan rounds and these Prospector rounds on sale, I bought an incredible amount of them, but they suck storing them in my boxes that I put in my safe. I mean, you see me dropping shit the whole time I'm here. There goes another one. I don't even know what that was.
That's when you know you're a baller. When you just start dropping silver and you just don't even care.
It went under my fridge.
I mean, you probably won't even find that.
Yeah, it's under my fridge. I don't even care about it.
It'll be worth like $100 in like 30 years.
I hope if we get a new fridge, that's when I'll get it.
Yeah, But I agree with you guys. I hate the rounds unless I put them in a tube, and that's typically what I do is I'll put rounds in a tube and say to hell with it. Yeah, because the way they come in those flips, they slip and slide all over the place, and there's no real good way to organize them in a flip. There's not even really a good way to organize them in a capsule unless you buy those capsule tubes, and even
Yeah,
those things
capsule
kind of
tubes.
suck, to be honest with you. So
I know
bars.
because they don't have a top or bottom really. It's just lids. It's just lids on both sides of a plastic tube.
Right. So I guess to answer your question, what do you like? Do you like rounds or do you like bars? No rhyme or
And
reason
I
either
don't
way.
even. And I have them, but I really don't even care for 1 ounce bars. I mean, I probably have 50 ounces in 1 ounce bars, but I don't even really like them. I
They're
just stay
pain.
with 5 ounce and 10 ounce. And there's so
Um,
many good eBay
I,
deals that
I
come
think
around. I mean,
I think it depends. If it's bars for me, I really
Round
like
bars
the.
suck.
Hold
I
on, I'll
think
be right back. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get my bar box.
yeah,
okay.
I remember buying 1 ounce bars and trying to put them in damn airtights.
Yeah.
I have 1 ounce bars in damn airtights.
Yep. I think it depends. I mean, I like the Scottsdale bars and the Geiger bars are nice. They're just a lot. They're much smaller. So if you're
Yeah,
putting those against, I don't know, some other different bar, they're hard to stack if you have a good amount of them. But
yep. I got a
um,
couple that come in their own little plastic.
All right. So this is my bar box I've shared with y'all on the Facebook group. My plan is to fill this box completely, and if these were rounds, this thing wouldn't be possible, and the organization would totally suck in here. So that's all you need to know right there. Uh, Now your last question: when to sell, Jake? Whenever the hell you want. That's really the answer. Don't don't lose money. That's the short answer. Um, Personally, myself, I only sell when I think I can, or when I know I can make a couple bucks. Um, and I don't plan on selling my bank of bullion anytime soon, if at all. So when to sell is whenever you think. Hopefully you know what your dollar cost average is. Hopefully you have an idea of what your end game is, because there's no reason to stack unless you have an end game. My end game is a hedge against inflation for long-term asset storage. So I don't know that I will ever um, sell out, because what I intend to do is if my heirs get my bullion stack as their inheritance, well, now they are receiving this stack tax free. Whereas if they were inheriting a stack of cash, now they're paying inheritance taxes and gift taxes on that. So really, that's kind of how I view it. That's one of my reasons for stacking. So the end game, you need to sit down and figure out what your end game is on your own, really. So okay, Crabs Free checked in. That's what's that guy's name? Uh, why am I drawing a blank? Him and I talk all the time on here. Joshua Bauer, that's his name. Um, his question is rather a comment, not a question. His comment is lucky do.
Oh
um,
shit.
let's see. Rick Schultz asked, "Do you see this?" Dot dot dot. Yes, Rick, we see you. So Joshua Bauer checked in on eBay saying, "So where are we commenting questions?" And I want to respond either here or wherever you sent Lucky Do from.
Lucky dude.
Oh, that guy's a quack. Doc Lucky Doo.
Oh yeah, everybody calls him Doc.
I've never heard anybody call him Doc.
I've heard him called a lot of things, but not Doc.
Okay. Here's another one from Joshua Bauer. How much gold and silver do you carry in your bug out bag? Well, I guess in the back of my mind, I always planned on taking it all with me, but that's not really feasible. So maybe I'm not the best person to ask this question because I don't really have a well thought out answer for that one. To be honest with you, what do you guys think? How much silver do we carry in our bug out bag?
I don't have a bug out bag.
I don't either. I'm
Nah,
just gonna
I'm not going
I'm
anywhere.
just gonna have my AR strapped to my back and double fisting pistols.
Okay. I know later today, maybe tomorrow or sometime this week, we're all going to be getting together and discussing um, storage, and I'll kind of get into this a little bit more, Joshua, when we get into storage of silver, and this kind of goes along with my long-term plan. If there was a shit hit the fan type scenario, and we had to get out of Dodge or bug out or whatever, what have you, um, I have all of my silver stored uh, in an unconventional method. Um, you'd need a pretty decent metal detector to find it in a couple hours of an afternoon. So there was that. Joshua Bauer asks, do you carry any gold or silver with you every day? I don't.
I don't.
No. I have enough stuff to carry. I'm not putting precious metal on top of it.
Right. Adam, what are you doing? Adam, are you here? Or you're just listening. Adam's got a bad case of gingivitis. Okay, so Joshua Bauer is back. He says, I'll give an example. When I travel, I take a bag with me that has supplies to make my way home. I carry an eagle in my wallet. I used to have a carry piece. I did for a while. Carried it around with me everywhere I went. I've watched it a few times. But I'll be honest with you guys. Most of the time when I try to show somebody my silver piece or share bullion
They have
stacking with
no
them,
idea what you got.
they have no idea what the hell it is. They don't care what it is, and they really don't want to hear anything you're listening or listen to anything you're talking about.
Pretty much.
Well, they've been trained by the Federal Reserve and the liberal classroom that our fiat currency is money, and that is incorrect. And that silver has no value, and that's how they view it. Unless it's a ring or a piece of jewelry, they don't view it as having any kind of value. So, and that's unfortunate. Even when you try to tell them, well, the Constitution says this about silver and gold, that all currency should be silver and gold. When they look at you like you're some kind of a nut job, and really, I think the education system in America is causing that. So that's my take on a carry piece. I will say this. Having a carry piece around family is a little different. They have to listen to you because they can't get away from you. So
yeah, now that these movies are in airtights, they don't stack and store.
You know what I hate about airtights? I hate
that
a hell
of a time here.
They get scuffed up on the outside.
Yeah.
I hate it. It seems pointless to me almost, but if you don't do it and you get toning and melt spots, then you're kind of effed anyway. So I've been trying this new thing where I put them inside of a capsule, and then I take the capsule and vacuum seal it inside a 5-ounce bar, sleeve. The bar sleeve is plasticized, so it contains PVC, but the air capsule would keep the PVC from in contact with the coin. Something new I've tried. I don't know if I like it yet or not, but it would keep your capsule from getting all scuffed up and looking like a 2-bit whatever. Why did I give up pouring silver? Well, that is a long story. I will say the most simple answer is that I have other things that I want to stack my money into or put my money towards. One of them is making soap. As weird and generic as that sounds, it's just something
You say
I've
making soap?
What's it,
yeah,
Fight
making soap.
Club? What the hell is this?
Fight Club. Oh shit, there he is.
So yeah, making soap was something I wanted to stick money into. Uh, so that's something I'm dabbling in. The long extended answer, I won't go into details about. The silver pouring is a thing that a lot of people in the silver bugs and the silver and stackers group, silver and gold stackers group, are getting into. There's a lot of guys coming into it, coming onto the scene. There's a lot of big guys that are starting to sell their own hand poured stuff, like Provident Metals is now selling. The Army soldiers, and I know that's got to be cutting into Will's attic. Uh, business, I don't know for sure if it is, but I mean, I would imagine it is. And just the amount of competition, I found myself being very competitive against people that I consider my friends. And while there is a brotherhood there, and there's a fine line, none of the guys step on each other's toes. That's really a business that you have to be great at doing, and I was just okay at it. So, silver pouring, you have to really be great at it to make any money and for it to be worthwhile. You got Rick Schultz surprises me with some of the stuff he comes up with. Those teddy bears a while back were freaking genius. Brian Barf, our Barfknecht, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Barfy, I'm sorry. He makes these little Vicodin pills. Those things are badass. I don't know if you guys have seen those at all. You guys seen those little Vicodin pills?
Yeah, and he puts them in a bottle.
Yeah, I think they look badass, but I couldn't compete with anything like that. I don't have the artistic skill and ability to compete with anything like that. And at the end of the day, I realized all I was doing was taking something somebody already made, and I was just making copies of it in silver. So it's kind of At the end of the day, I wasn't finding any gratification, and you got to find gratification in what you're doing. So that's the extended response. Okay. That seems highly inappropriate, Josh. I did ask to keep that PG-13. I'm gonna remove that, Josh. Nothing personal. Let's see here. Okay, no more questions from anyone over there. We still got a viewer. That's surprising. Oh, there's a second viewer. There are more people inside this video than there are people watching it. So that's pretty exciting. No worries. Okay, well, no one has any more questions. I guess we can wrap this thing up. You guys have anything you want to say or anything you want to touch on?
No.
Show us your privies. I want to see your privies again.
Just put them away. Hold on.
Oh, we got another question
There's
from
one under my
Joshua.
refrigerator that I can't get.
We got another question from Joshua Bauer asking about stacking silver shot. Hell no. I don't stack silver shot. There's so many things that would go into. I actually kind of like the wolf one actually. Anyway, there's so many things that would have to go into stacking silver shot. The first thing being is if and I'm assuming, Josh, that your angle on stacking silver is that it's very divisible, it's very fractional, and correct me if I'm wrong. No problem, brother. I won't use your last name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but I think your angle on that is the divisibility of it. So, but here's my issue with the divisibility of it. Now suddenly you're trading people grains and grams of silver for stuff, but there's no way to verify the assay of it or the purity or the weight or anything like that. Now, if you're dealing with somebody that's extremely familiar with silver shot and has an acid test kit or a machine on them, then yeah, maybe. But my thing is without it being minted, I don't see a lot of realistic verification properties with it, and I don't stack it for that reason alone. Even when I was pouring silver, I never bought silver shot. I always bought minted rounds because it was cheaper.
Yeah,
So
the thing with shot was, like, back in the day, you could get shot for pretty close to spot. Heck, now Provident had their 10-ounce bars were cheaper than 10 ounces of shot. I mean, Rick he's melting kilos and rounds and 10-ounce bars, pouring his own stuff because, I mean, the shot's more than the bars.
right. So I
I
I
mean,
never.
there is absolutely no upside to shot at the price they're selling it at now.
The only good thing about shot for silver pour is people using a torch,
Yeah.
because an ounce of silver, it takes quite a bit of energy, whether using
Yes.
oxyacetylene, propane, or MAP gas, to melt that down. Whereas the shot is easier going. Um, but with the furnaces that a lot of us were using, 1 ounce rounds were perfect. You could bend them in half and they slid right down into the crucible. 1 ounce bars were perfect. They just slid right into the crucible, melted fine. So there was no advantage there really. Oh, Rick is checking back in. No way. Rick posted a picture of a bar of soap that's a silver bar of soap that says Fight Club. And I'm pretty sure he had this one on the back burner or something. There's no way he whipped it up that fast.
Well, there you go.
So
So
How
Rick
many
beats us
ounces
at
is it?
everything.
yeah, Rick Schultz commented. He says shot is nice for measuring out exact amounts. Fair enough. Okay, Shane Jones checked in. He says, "Is it just me, or is 90% junk getting higher than some 999 silver?" Yeah, it really is. And I can't tell you exactly why, but some of the prices out here on some of the 90% junk are astronomical and ridiculous. Uh, a lot of these online bullion dealers are charging 15, 16 times face value, 14 times face value when spot price was at 11 times face value. It used to be like back a few years ago, right when I was getting into it, it was like 10 cents over, uh, like for a dime, it was 10 cents over spot price. So spot price for a dime was 11 times face. You could pick one up for 12 times face. But now we definitely see a lot higher premiums. I'm not exactly sure why. My assumption would be that it's starting to get scarce. A lot of people are buying it up and they're holding it. A lot of people are melting it down and making stuff out of it. Uh, so yeah, it absolutely is. Constitutional silver is more expensive than some 999. Um, Josh Josh is asking again if I sold my silver melting stuff. Yes, I did. Um, Covered that. Rick says he made it months ago. I figured as much. Awesome, Rick. I like it, man. He says I was taking kilos and making my own shot. That guy, he's definitely creative. Anybody else watching this video, I encourage you to go check out his page. Do a little endorsing here for him. It's Rick's Metalworks. You can find him on Facebook just by googling Rick's Metalworks. So, is there any more questions from the Facebook community? And John is still trying to make a pipe bomb.
Yes. I
I don't even know how much silver's under my fridge at this point.
I'll be honest, I don't know how many ounces of silver I even own. I know
Hey,
that sounds sketchy.
you
But
keep putting it under your fridge, you ain't got to worry about a thief getting it. I don't think he's gonna look under the fridge.
Hope not.
yes,
If he
Josh,
does,
I did. I never started an AR. I decided against buying all the parts and making it myself. I instead just purchased a lower and an upper without the bolt carrier from Palmetto State Armory, and just pieced them together. And getting into gun talk a little bit, a little off topic, but you guys are looking for a nice AR platform on a budget. Palmetto State Armory makes a really decent entry level
you're
AR-15.
off topic. It's not like there's 1,000 people with questions about silver.
That's true. That's true. Actually, you're very very right. So
We got him
yeah,
lined up.
got him lined up. He says. Uh, shoot. Rick sent me another question on the Google side. Oh, he just said LOL. Do you see this? Yes, I do. Okay. You guys have anything else you want to talk about? I've been doing a lot of the talking. I want
No, you're fine with me.
to. Got a new bar in. I'll share this.
What?
Just this was on sale a while back over there. It was on eBay sale. Just Atmex 10-ounce bar.
Nice.
I can't remember
What was
exactly
it
what I
like?
paid for it.
But I think it's like, was it like 166 or something?
Yeah, I think it was 165, 166, something like that. But for the credit card price, you couldn't go wrong. I don't know if you guys have ever owned these, but if you look at the eagle on the front of it, it's actually got a surprisingly high relief on it. All right, I don't know if you can see that. Like the eagle stands out quite a bit. So they're putting, actually, I want to take it out of the plastic. Screw it, just for y'all to see it.
Make sure you drop it.
It's got to be good for your teeth. Shoot. It sucks because I actually had to reseal it because one of the seals broke. Oh, and by the way, while we're talking about resealing stuff, I'm telling you, food saver is an awesome tool to have for all this junk. See, I don't care to take it out of the package because I know I can put it back in pretty easily. You guys see that? How much it stands off there?
Yep.
So, I'm not saying it's collectible or anything. I'm just saying it looks cool. And I think these are made by the Sunshine Mint. Because, Atmex don't make any of their own shit.
I buy the Prospector bars when they're on sale.
Yeah, those are nice.
They're alright.
I got this generic ass Silver Buffalo bar, Silvertown. Bought this from yours truly, Adam Dunham. Remember this, Adam?
Yeah, I remember.
Still got that little thing.
Believe it
Would
or
you
not,
try?
I actually think I bought that from you, and then I turned around and sold it back to you.
That's some irony right there.
Yeah, it is irony.
Interesting. What'd I pay you for this? I don't even remember. I think it was like $1.50, wasn't it?
It was either 150 or 155. I don't remember.
I got this. This is my pride and joy. I got this when silver was at $14, $13.98 or $13.98 per ounce, and I paid $145 for this thing. I
And there's
stole this.
people razzing them off for 200. Yep.
I know, that's crazy stuff. So this is NCR Metals, which is now this one was absorbed by uh, the whole Elemental agreement, like NCR, OPM, and Provident Metals came together and made Elemental. So these are now defunct. They're not making these anymore. So this might carry a premium in 5 or 10 years. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't care if it does. It's not why I own it. And of course, you can't go wrong with an A mark. I love the A mark design. So one thing I don't like about A mark. Do you own any A marks, Jeremy?
Yeah, the ones I got from you.
Oh, those little bricks.
Yeah.
I
And
have regret.
I think I got one 10-ounce A-mark.
I hate how it scuffs up on the face. You see that? Yours do that too or not?
I can't remember. I haven't looked at my complete stack in so long. Just keep
I'll have
throwing
you.
stuff in there.
I'll have you know, man. I have regretted selling those little bricks to you every day since I sold those. Every day since. I was like, man, why'd I do that?
You can buy them back.
It's all right. I'm good, man. Josh, check back in. What do you think about the people saying that PM are dead because of the fakes killing the market? And who out there is the best place to get a custom round made? Okay, in terms of fakes killing the market, PMs aren't dead. They're never going to be dead, and I'll tell you why they're never going to be dead. In the United States, Canada, really anywhere in the Western world, people aren't as involved with PMs as they are pretty much every freaking where else in the world. The Middle East, India, China, basically all of the Asian countries, South American countries, African countries, precious metals are a bigger thing than they are even here. It's something like, and I don't know the exact numbers on it, but in India I know that it's weird to not own bullion. So precious metals aren't dead; they're never going to be dead. I look for as the economy gets worse and worse, because I don't see it getting better. People are going to start opening their eyes to some of the bullshit that the banks are doing. Um, I tell you right now, there's a movie out right now, a pretty popular one called The Big Short. If you guys haven't seen it, I'd recommend going and seeing it. Amazon Fire Stick. If you have a modified Amazon Fire Stick, it's on there. So I'd recommend that. But as people start opening their eyes to the bullshit, I think they'll really start seeing that silver and gold and other containers like of the like are definitely good things to be putting your money into instead of a bank account. So no, I don't think fakes are ruining the market. I think fakes are killing the market for the new people that don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, think about it. You just start stacking silver, and you have you get a good deal, and you feel really good about it. And you find out, man, I just blew $50 on something that was fake. Yeah, it's gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth. You might walk away from it, and never come back. And that's unfortunate. But I don't think it's gonna kill the market because myself, I'm not bragging, but I'm pretty good at spotting a fake. And then there's all the tests that are involved that you can do, and I have all the equipment to do every test. And none of them are exactly foolproof other than the specific gravity test, and that's for another podcast and another day. So no, I don't think fakes are killing the market. What about you guys? Where are you guys at on that?
I don't think the market's at all dead. And I don't think fakes are really an issue outside of it's an easy thing to get around. Don't buy fakes.
Jeremy?
I can't really say why, but Jeremy's be right back.
I don't think it's really killed the market because silver continues to trade. So I think that's the short answer to that.
J.P. Morgan's authorized purchaser of Silver Eagles.
Yeah, they bought a ton of silver, less than a year ago? I believe
Yeah.
Jamie Dimon authorized.
I was.
HSBC is an authorized buyer of Silver Eagles and Gold Eagles. I don't
Mm.
see that the market's dead.
I'm telling you, the banking system is buying it. So they
HSBC is one of the largest banks.
they make fun of us thinking that we're paranoid, but why are they buying it? That's my thing. If there's no real value to it and it's not a real world thing, why are they buying it?
Yeah.
Okay, so who out there? Okay, Josh Bauer, not killed, killing. Is it killing it? No, it's not killing it. No way. Who out there is the best place to get a custom round made? You know,
Silver Tone.
I think we've all kind of looked into that at a time or another. I've checked with, I've emailed Sunshine Mint about stuff, and they've never emailed me back. I've checked in with Silvertown, Quality Silver, Bullion, Great American Mint. Uh, Silvertown's going to be probably on your low end spectrum, and let's be honest, unless you have a decent amount of money, if you're looking at throwing into a production run, you're going to be wanting the cheapest you can get out there or the most expensive, inexpensive. So I'd say Silvertown's probably definitely on the low end of the spectrum. Great American Mint, they are legit. I did an estimate through them once to get everything up and running, not counting any of the actual stamping costs and round planchets and all that stuff. You're looking at about a $5,000 overhead just to get the dies made and to pay the artist and everything like that. So in terms of quality, you get what you pay for. You know, Silvertown kind of being the bottom of the barrel, Great American Mint kind of being the top, and in between you have the Quality Silver Bullion. They don't make a terrible product. So
If you
put
ever want
that.
blank rounds, place I do business with called Pyromet out of Philadelphia, you can get blank rounds, minimum order of maybe 100 ounces, and 50 cents over spot. I don't do that. I sell to them on occasion, but that's what I know. Pyromet.
What is that now? You can get blanks at them for what price?
50 cents over spot, minimum order of like 100 ounces.
Okay, interesting.
Pyromet.
I've emailed Pyromet too before, and they've never emailed me back. I must just have terrible emailing skills. Um,
Yeah, you seem to be having a hard time.
yeah. Okay, Josh. Again, what is the latest word on the Northwest Territorial Mint? I quit following it once I got my money back. You know what? I don't think any of us really here nor there consider them a realistic dealer. They are a mint. They're not a dealer, and that's what people got to remember. Sure, you know, you're buying a mint product from the manufacturer. That's gonna take a minute. That's gonna take time. It just is what it is. Um, I don't view them as a bullion dealer. I've never bought anything from them. I will never buy anything from them. I have other sources that I get my stuff from with lead times that are way more realistic. So I don't really have anything else to say about that. What about you guys?
Northwest Territorial,
Yeah.
they're just an awful place to do business with. We all know. Don't do business there.
Yeah, the few pieces I have of their silver I got off other sites.
And they make one of the easiest faked bars out there. Uh, you can get fake Northwest Territorial Mint bars 24/7 on DHgate and the like. So
I think all I have is bullets.
Rick
I only had
Rick
a couple rounds from them. I sold them off.
Rick Schultz says, "I love the Northwest Territorial Mint stuff. Just won't buy direct from them.
Yep.
Find it on the secondary market." And that's kind of what I was chiming in, saying like I said, they're the manufacturer. Whenever you buy straight from the manufacturer, you're gonna be having some lead times. That's just capitalism. Um, David John Tiemans, sorry buddy if I mispronounced that. He chimed in. How much of precious metal value is really wrapped up emotion versus the fundamentals of the commodity? And should we bet on emotion or the fundamentals? Man, that is a loaded question, and I like deep thinkers. So let me start by saying there's probably a decent amount of it in our community that is based on emotion. I know myself, I feel all freaking warm inside when I place an order, and that's starting to subside. It really is, and I know it sounds weird that feeling goes away, but eventually you just get the mail and you just start putting it in a box and you forget that it exists, and it really does eventually get that way, doesn't it, guys?
Yep. I like you said earlier. It's been so long since I even counted how much I have that I couldn't tell you how many ounces I have.
It's just assets on a spreadsheet. I don't care at all about it.
You said that was a good question about emotion. I think all trading, precious metals, equities, fixed income, futures, it's all traded on emotion, all of it. Yes, facts come out about those underlying assets, but it's how people react to the facts that make trading what it is. So I think that was a good question. I think emotion is everything when it comes to trading, though we don't want to admit it, it is.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously we are emotional about silver and where the reasons we stack it and where we think it's headed, and it's all emotional.
Where we
I
hope it's
agree.
headed.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I
I
mean,
started buying.
there's tons of stuff that you can invest in. I mean, we're emotional about precious metals.
Yep. The fundamentals of it, though, should we bet on the emotions or the fundamentals of it? I'd say I'd say as well educated as you can be on it, bet on those. The reality of it is, sure it looks good on paper, it feels good, you see everybody else doing it, but it might not always be right. Kind of like the housing bubble in 2007 and 8. Okay,
We
uh,
got another one of those coming up.
I got another one coming up.
Yep.
So it took, and I'm telling you guys, this is why you got to watch The Big Short. One guy stood up and he said, uh, you know, he started betting against something that everybody else thought was a sure thing, which was the housing market. He started shorting the housing market. I can't remember his name. Adam, you might know the story a little bit better than me, just because you're into the trading of stocks and that's part of your profession. Do you know what I'm talking about, Adam?
I haven't seen the movie, but basically the housing crash and basically summarized was banks were giving out bad loans and then trading in credit default swaps. So they were
Mortgage-backed
leveraging that
securities, correct?
yeah, they were basically leveraging that their business was going to fail on one side, but profiting from it at the same time. So I have not seen the movie, but if I had to speculate what it was about, I'm assuming that's probably what it's going to be
Yeah,
around, or at least the
exactly.
tone of it.
That's exactly it. But my angle on that is the emotion of the whole housing market was housing is a solid investment. It is a good thing to get into. It is secure. That was the emotion. But the fundamentals of it was no, housing is going to collapse, and we're going to see a lot of people break their mortgages, and that was the reality. So one man saw the fundamentals of the market and stood up and said no, let's short the market. He didn't follow the emotions of everybody else. So that's my angle on it. You guys fill in the rest.
Go ahead, John.
What?
What? uh, okay.
I
Moving
made
on.
Adam an admin, by the way.
What's that?
I made Adam an admin
Where?
at Stackers. I thought he was one already. I didn't know.
I thought he was one too. Sorry, buddy.
I fixed that.
Good. Um, Rick Schultz chimed in. He says, the funnest emotional times are chats between bullion hardliners and talking with semi-numi collectors. Like I said, I think it was Jake. Was it Jake that posted a while back um, about he was saying something about the difference between numismatic collectors and bullion buyers, and I basically said, you're comparing apples to apples, except one is a Granny Smith and the other one is a Red Delicious or something like that. And that's really what the difference is. We're both going to be right part of the time, and we're both going to be wrong part of the time. So.
What we say yesterday, there's going to be a season for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
That's why you just want to be diverse. I mean, anybody who just buys 100% straight bullion or 100% high premium stuff, I think you're just setting yourself up for something that you just want to be diverse. I mean, and I'll sit here and talk about semi-numismatic stuff more than straight bullion, but probably still 70 to 80% of my whole stack is bullion bars.
Adam, what do you know about diversification?
It's a good thing. But I would say I definitely don't have the time in with stacking silver that you guys do. But the more I've been in it, the longer I've gravitated more towards semi-numis. I think I'm going to still have a section of my silver portfolio in bullion, but I'm looking at, for instance, I'm looking at the half-ounce lunar goats I got last year, and they have appreciated like mad. I'm not ripping anybody that went bullion. It's just I think it comes down to emotion once again. If you're straight 100% bullion and you start seeing a lot of volatility in the silver market, you start doubt why are you collecting silver? It's going down, but just depends on your time frame, what you're comfortable with. But I'm a fan of the semi-numi coins myself.
Lately, there's been a lot of very sad straight bullion people.
Yeah, I'm a straight bullion guy, and I've been beating my ass has been getting kicked.
Yeah,
So.
It happens.
Yep, and hopefully one of these days, I can cash a paycheck. So.
I mean, there's people who bought semi-numismatic coins 3 years ago when silver was in the 20s and 30s, and now silver's at 16, and their coins are worth more than what they paid for them still.
And it's funny you bring that up. I'm as we're talking, I'm looking here through APMEX, JM Bullion, Provident, and I'm looking at getting some lunar monkeys, but I'm just looking at the half-ounce lunar goats, and I probably got them between, I don't know, 12.60 and 13.20 a coin, and I'm looking here. It's got to be something wrong because they're between $26 and $27 a coin on APMEX and
No,
Provident. I'm sure you could.
It's right. It's right. You have to get them at release. After if you let it go a half a year, I mean they already start going up.
Yeah. But then again, I have limited experience. If the silver markets rebound and let's say silver starts approaching $50 an ounce at some day in the future, I don't know how those are going to perform. I only know how they've performed so far in basically a declining or a stagnating market for the most part.
Well, I mean I was buying kooks in 2011, 2012, and it was over $40 an ounce, and they still held premiums. I mean, you still bought them for $5, $6 over spot. And that was when silver was $40 an ounce. It ain't. I mean, you hear from a lot of people, oh, once silver goes up, that all these numismatic coins are going to lose their premium. I mean, it didn't when it was at $40 an ounce. I mean, I don't understand their reasoning behind that.
I got just one last semi-numi question. How do you guys feel about the pandas this year as opposed to last year? Any fans of the pandas or not really?
Oh yeah, I mean, I missed out on them. I mean, I totally whiffed. I mean, I made a point to put a 15 coin sheet in my cart. I mean, I already had it. It was slightly under $300 for 15 coins. I wanted a full sheet. I wanted a mint sheet, and for some reason I just let it go by. Now they're almost $30 a coin. I mean, already. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll be the first to say that I fudged up too there because I made it a point to also grab some, and I just never did, and I'm not sure why. Probably because I was getting married last year, moving to a different state. There's just a lot of stuff that was on my plate. So I never got around to buying it, and I could kick myself too. And I think too, with the last year being kind of an oddball year for that Chinese panda, I do think that the value and premium on those are just going to completely continue going up and 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 up. So so there's that. John.
But but if anybody in the group wants to sell any, I'll buy some.
I only
Last
pay
year's
spot.
prices.
Yeah, yeah.
John,
What?
show us your offspring. I want to see
What?
your offspring.
You talking about?
I want to see your baby.
Your child.
My child's not here.
Oh, what the heck?
She's on a
Okay,
shopping trip with her mother.
oh, starting while they're young.
And if I remember correctly, he doesn't have offspring. He has offsprings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And the
true.
other ones, I didn't go because I'm kind of in pain, but it's first day of trout season here, so he's fishing.
Nice.
Did you say
I
trout
got the
season?
house to myself. I'm excited.
Trout, like trouser trout.
Trouser trout. Trouser trout or brown trout.
Oh shoot. Rick Schultz came back. He said the lunar goat mintages came out. They were surprisingly lower than other years as of late. So there's that.
Congrats.
He
Who got
said,
them?
right, not me. It says 2015 and 2016 pandas are both moving nicely. And then David John Tiemans, he says, I'll never buy a panda, methinks. Why? Why aren't you
Never
buying them,
what?
man?
Well,
He
the
What
said
did
I'll
he
biggest.
never
say?
buy a panda.
I was gonna say on eBay. I know the biggest concern is buying fakes, but I mean the only place I buy pandas from are just straight bullion dealers. I'll give them to JM
Yeah,
Bullion or
yeah,
Provident Amex. I don't buy them from anybody unless it's a
yeah.
trusted seller. I don't touch them anywhere else.
I mean, if you just buy from Joe Blow off eBay a panda and an airtight, I mean,
You're begging for it.
come on.
You're kind of asking for it. Yes, sir.
I mean, just go ahead and pay an extra $1 and get it from J and Bullion, Atmex, Provident, instead of trying to find the absolute lowest on eBay from a individual.
Well, I think the common misconception is that lower price is always better, and I tend to disagree to an extent. Like, if I can find something on eBay, I'm taking a risk. Number one, number two. And moving on. So there's that. Well, guys, I don't think there's any more questions, and it's almost 1. So I'm gonna get off of here.
Yeah.
It was nice chit chatting with you guys. It was nice getting involved with the
I
two
want to say
people.
the guy that said I'll never buy a panda, methinks. Way to contribute. Awesome. Pretty typical of the group lately.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, and to the guy, I hope he sees it, that says the Holocaust didn't happen. You're a lunatic.
Yep.
To the guy, the flat earther, you're also a lunatic. But I like you. I don't. So there's that. I don't really have anything else, guys. I think we blew this one versus yesterday.
Let
I
them
don't.
know. Let them know what our next topic's going to be on.
Our next topic is going to be on storage. So
Insecurity.
and security. I will be sharing my home defense system with you guys.
Yeah,
Should
Darren's
be.
gonna let you know exactly how to steal his silver.
Yes, sir.
Where it's at.
Yes, sir, I am. I'm going to show you where it's at and how much I have, and then I'm going to give you my address and a list of all my fears
And your work schedule.
and my work schedule.
Hey, Darren, you need to start reloading.
Okay, thanks for the advice. Now, GTFO. Oh, that guy. Rick chimed back in. See what he's saying here. Figure out the scrolling sidebar chat. Cool, man. That's the third time you told me that. I will, Rick. I will. I promise you. Before the next one, we'll figure out the scrolling sidebar chat, okay?
Tell Rick he needs to come into the chat so he can run
I
one.
know. I know. Well, we never really invited him, but he could have been in here. Really, any of the admins of the group are invited to come in here. Just let us know. Send us a message. Um, any of the members, I don't want to say you're invited, but if you're a regular member and we know you pretty well, send us a message. We might let you guest star, whatever.
Probably not. Don't get your hopes up.
Don't count on it exactly. So, okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna go
All right.
hang out with my wife. So,
I'm going to get some lunch. It's been nice talking to you, gentlemen.
and you
Later.
likewise.
You guys
I
do.
might get
See you
that
guys.
piece of silver out from under my fridge. I don't know.
Go for it. Have
All right,
nothing
man.
to lose.
See you guys.
Take it easy.
Later.